Modern farmhouse kitchens have this effortless way of feeling both fresh and familiar at the same time, and that's probably why people keep falling in love with them over and over again. They're not trying to be ultra sleek or overly rustic. Instead, they land right in that sweet spot where clean lines meet cozy textures, and everything just feels comfortable. A modern farmhouse kitchen doesn't shout for attention. It quietly invites you in, tells you to pull up a chair, and somehow manages to look beautiful even when there's a pile of dishes in the sink. What really defines a modern farmhouse kitchen is balance. It's not about going full country with distressed finishes everywhere, and it's definitely not about stripping all the warmth out in the name of modern design. The magic happens when you mix the two in a way that feels natural. You might have crisp white cabinets paired with warm wood accents, or sleek hardware alongside a chunky farmhouse table. The contrast is what gives the space life. Color choices usually lean light and airy, and there's a good reason for that. Whites, soft creams, and gentle grays help kitchens feel open and clean, especially since kitchens tend to be busy spaces. White cabinets are incredibly popular in modern farmhouse kitchens because they reflect light and make the room feel larger. But white doesn't have to mean sterile. Warm undertones, textured finishes, and natural materials keep it from feeling too stark. Wood is one of the biggest players in this style, and it shows up in all kinds of ways. Exposed beams, open shelving, butcher block countertops, or even just a simple wooden stool can add warmth instantly. The beauty of farmhouse style is that the wood doesn't have to be perfect. Slight variations in grain or color actually make it feel more authentic and lived in. Cabinetry in a modern farmhouse kitchen often sticks to classic shapes like shaker-style doors, but with a more streamlined approach. Clean lines keep the space feeling modern, while the traditional cabinet style nods to that farmhouse heritage. Open shelving is another popular choice, especially when paired with closed cabinets. It lightens the room visually and gives you a place to display everyday dishes, glassware, or a few decorative pieces without going overboard. Countertops are where modern farmhouse kitchens often lean toward simplicity. Quartz and marble lookalikes are popular because they're durable and low maintenance, which matters in a space that gets used all day. The goal isn't to make the countertops the star of the show, but to let them quietly support the overall look. When paired with natural wood or white cabinets, simple countertops help everything feel cohesive. One of the most iconic elements of farmhouse kitchens is the sink. Apron front sinks are still a favorite, and for good reason. They add instant character and a bit of nostalgia, even in a modern setting. Paired with a sleek, modern faucet, they strike that perfect balance between old and new. It's a small detail that makes a big impact. Lighting plays a huge role in setting the mood of a modern farmhouse kitchen. Pendant lights over an island are almost a given, but they don't have to be ornate or overly rustic. Simple shapes in black, brass, or aged metal finishes work beautifully. Warm lighting is key here. You want the kitchen to feel welcoming, not like a showroom. Backsplashes are another place where modern farmhouse kitchens really shine. Classic subway tile is a go-to choice because it's timeless and versatile. Whether it's laid in a traditional pattern or something a little more playful, it fits right into the style. Some people like to add a twist with handmade-looking tiles or subtle variations in color, which add texture without overwhelming the space. Kitchen islands often become the heart of a modern farmhouse kitchen. They're where people gather, where kids do homework, and where conversations happen while dinner's cooking. An island with a slightly different finish than the surrounding cabinets adds visual interest. Maybe it's painted a soft gray or blue, or maybe it's wrapped in wood. That contrast helps anchor the space and makes it feel more dynamic. Seating is another place to blend comfort and style. Bar stools with wood seats, woven details, or simple metal frames fit perfectly into the modern farmhouse vibe. They don't need to match exactly. In fact, a slightly mismatched look often feels more authentic and relaxed. Hardware might seem like a small detail, but it makes a big difference. Modern farmhouse kitchens often use simple, sturdy hardware in finishes like black, brushed nickel, or antique brass. These finishes feel grounded and timeless, and they pair beautifully with both modern and traditional elements. Appliances in modern farmhouse kitchens usually lean toward a clean, integrated look. Stainless steel is still popular, but panel-ready appliances that blend in with cabinetry are becoming more common. The idea is to keep the focus on the overall space rather than on individual appliances. Decor in a modern farmhouse kitchen should feel thoughtful but not overdone. A few well-chosen pieces go a long way. Things like ceramic bowls, wooden cutting boards, glass jars, and fresh greenery add warmth and personality. The key is keeping things functional. If it looks good but also gets used, it fits right in. Flooring is another important piece of the puzzle. Wood or wood-look flooring works beautifully in modern farmhouse kitchens because it adds warmth and continuity. If tile is preferred, choosing something with a subtle pattern or a slightly vintage feel keeps it from feeling too modern or too cold. One of the reasons modern farmhouse kitchens are so loved is because they're incredibly livable. They're designed to handle real life. Scratches, spills, and everyday messes don't feel like disasters in a space that embraces texture and natural materials. That sense of ease makes the kitchen feel like a place you actually want to spend time in, not just look at. At the end of the day, modern farmhouse kitchen ideas aren't about following strict rules. They're about creating a space that feels warm, welcoming, and functional, while still looking fresh and updated. When modern and farmhouse elements come together in a way that feels natural to you, the kitchen becomes more than just a place to cook. It becomes the heart of the home, and that's what this style does best.